Let's do a practice. We want to keep training the body how to buffer itself and to be able to hold and stay connected inside instead of getting caught into that whirlwind, which means we need to slow down. One of the best practices to slow down is what we call the soothing rhythm breathing. And I'm going to talk a little bit about it. I'm going to tell you the practice, the internal practice, and then we're going to do it with some movement. And you can choose to make it your own in any way you can. We know most of the time our inner world is reactive to what's going on outside. We see something, hear something, smell something, and memories are activated, which are these signals that are coming in from others. All this data comes into our awareness and we respond internally with thoughts, feelings, and body sensations. If we've had a lot of suffering in our life, that's going to form a filter through which we perceive all these signals and these sense perceptions that we receive. It's all happening rapid fire so quickly we don't even know what's happening. And research has shown that we can shift the reactive patterns. Research has shown us that we can shift these reactive patterns. And we do that in the most elemental way by slowing down the breath, which activates the parasympathetic branch of the nervous system, which connects us to every part of our bodies. In soothing rhythm breathing, the practice that comes from compassion focused therapy, the focus is on slowing down, actively training the body to find a different rhythm from the reactive pattern. As the breath slows down, our sensitivity to threat is eased, and the propensity and intensity of threat emotions is reduced. Now, you may have already been exposed to mindful breathing, which focuses on how the breath is naturally happening. This practice is different, intentionally so. It is to train your body to slow down and to go into coherence. It preps the body, mind, and heart to be more comfortable at receiving reassurance, soothing, and warmth. This practice is not about finding a quick solution or a dramatic ending of any difficulty. It's more about learning to soften the threat emotions, creating space to reflect and open up compassion. There's no right length of time. If 30 seconds is good, do that. If 5 minutes is too long, shorten that. If you're out walking, it's a perfect way to practice. If you're going to the mailbox, perfect way. If you're standing in a line at the supermarket, perfect way to practice. Do what your mind and body can handle. It'll make a difference if you practice every day, especially multiple times a day. Now, some people find it easiest to start in the beginning of the day or to practice it more fully at the end of the day. Use it at a stoplight. There's multiple ways that we can practice. Mostly what we're looking for are ways to develop a soothing rhythm, something that moves in and through us gently, that doesn't take up huge chunks of time or a lot of effort. So let's shift into that. Sit upright, finding an easy way to hold your body. And when it feels right, shift your eyes from an external focus, softening, perhaps closing your eyes or finding a soft focus in front of you. We're shifting that gear from outside to attuning inside. And you may notice as you do that you already begin slowing your breath, because that's the main emphasis here. You can also start by sighing. And notice how doing that naturally lengthens the exhale. Now you might also find that at the end of the exhale there's a slight pause, a dip, and that's right. Just do that again and notice as you exhale how there's a gentle little pause, a dip, as we start the inhale again. The rhythm that we use is to take about 5 seconds on the in-breath, pausing for a moment, and then taking 5 seconds on the out-breath. Breathing in deeply, right now with me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pausing and slowly breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At your own rhythm and pace. If this timing doesn't work, you'll find yourself naturally and easily discovering the exact right timing so your body can slow. The goal is to breathe in a way that's slow, rhythmic, and soothing. Take a couple minutes to breathe in this way. And noticing what happens as you turn your attention to the slowing. Slowing down the breath, slowing down the body, and easing the mind. In the process, creating room for your heart. Now there's another way we can practice, is feeling the internal experience that you're going through. Maybe now it's soft and smoothing, which is great. If that's great, then we'll just adapt the body to that. So what I'm thinking is, if you're feeling any agitation, let your hands mimic that agitation. So say it's like this inside. What's it like to then allow in something soothing? How would your hands turn this into soothing? Deliberately inviting the body to shift gears into something more soothing. If you're agitated in a different way, if you're tight and constricted, what's it like to let the body soften and soothe? Using your hands as a way to mimic your internal experience outside, which takes some of that stress off from our internal experience and allows us to process a little more outside. I'd love to hear how this practice works for you, and practice, practice, practice. That's what makes a difference.